89 weather alerts are now active across Ontario, and this system has officially arrived. Severe thunderstorm warnings are in effect across parts of southern Ontario as we speak this morning. And at the same time, snow and freezing rain are affecting the north and the east right now. Two distinct weather threats happening simultaneously across a wide swath of this province. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. It is Tuesday, March 31st, 2026. Yesterday, I told you this Colorado low was coming and it has begun to arrive overnight. Environment Canada upgraded several alerts and issued active warnings in the overnight hours. There are several distinct threats in play across the province this morning. So let us break it all down, starting with the most urgent alerts in southern Ontario. At 3 a.m., Environment Canada issued yellow warnings for severe thunderstorms in several counties. That includes Goddic, Hanover, Listowel, Orangeville, Sinshores, and Wingham, Mount Forest, Shelburne, and surrounding areas of Grey and Dufferin counties are also warned. Yellow warnings mean the storms are either imminent or actually occurring in those areas right now. Environment Canada says these storms are capable of producing up to nickel-size hail. Local rainfall amounts of 25 to 50 millimeters are possible, with up to 75 in some spots. In areas receiving several storm cells in a row, flash flooding is a real and serious concern. These storm clusters are tracking east out of Michigan and Lake Huron and across the warned regions. Driving conditions are extremely difficult in warned areas. Do not drive through any flooded road. If water is covering the road, turn around. You cannot safely judge the depth of that water. Take immediate cover if a thunderstorm is approaching your area anywhere in southern Ontario. Protect yourself from hail and flying debris. Stay away from windows during these storms. Now, a severe thunderstorm watch is also in effect across a very wide area of southern Ontario. Toronto, Mississauga, BMPton, Hamilton, Niagara, Kitchener, Barrie, all under a watch. Burlington, Oakville, Vaughan, Markham, Newmarket, GE, Caledon included in the watch as well. London, Sarnia, Chatham, Kent, Woodstock, St. Thomas, Stratford, you are on the watch list today. If you live in southern Ontario this morning, you need to be weather aware for the whole day. For the watch zones, Environment Canada says torrential downpours reaching 50 to 75 millimeters are possible. Hail is also possible across watch areas. Specific hail sizes depend on which alerts apply to your zone. Always check your specific location on weathergc.ca for the exact alert in your area. Frequent lightning is a hazard throughout the day across all of southern Ontario. When thunder roars, go indoors. When thunder roars, go indoors. Lightning kills and injures Canadians every year. Emergency Management Ontario recommends taking cover immediately if threatening weather approaches your area. Now let us shift north, because up there the story is completely different. This morning for northwestern Ontario, Thunder Bay, Kenora, Fort Francis, Dryan, snow has arrived. Snow began overnight as forecast and is continuing through this morning and into the afternoon. Total accumulations of 10 to 15 centimeters are expected before this system wraps up tonight. Areas closer to the Minnesota border may see lower amounts. That gradient remains in the forecast. Visibility is reduced in heavy snow. The Trans-Canada west of Thunder Bay is hazardous today. Atikokan, Quetico Park, Ignis, English River, Cloud Bay, and Dorion are all seeing significant snowfall. Untreated roads are icy and slippery. Please allow significant extra time for any travel today. If you do not have to travel in northwestern Ontario today, staying home is the safest option. Moving east into northern Ontario, Kapuskasing, Hearst, Cochrane, Timmins, and Iroquois Falls. Go, Foal, Chapel, Wawa, Pukasqua Park, you are all under special weather statements. Geraldton, Long Lac, Minato, Marathon, and Schreiber. Snow is the story for you as well. For this northern corridor, snow began overnight and continues heavily through Tuesday evening. Total amounts of up to 10 centimeters are expected for this zone before the system clears out. The Highway 11 corridor from North Bay all the way through Cochrane is seeing difficult conditions. Nipigon, Rossport, Beardmore, Jellicoe, Savant Lake, and Gay, all under the same statement. Check 511 Ontario for real-time road conditions before heading out on any northern highway today. The geographic scope of this northern Ontario snow event is significant. Plan your day accordingly. Now let us move into the central Ontario zone. Sudbury, North Bay, and surrounding communities. Greater Sudbury, West Nipissing, French River, South River, and Burkes Falls are all included. Tees, Gaming Shores, Temagami, Kirkland Lake, Englehart, North Bay, and Mattawa are in this zone. This is the area where snow and freezing rain are mixing, and that combination is very treacherous. A glaze of ice on top of snow-covered roads is one of the most hazardous surfaces you can encounter. Environment Canada notes this system may arrive in two distinct waves for this central zone. A brief break of several hours is possible around midday Tuesday, but do not assume it is over. A second wave is forecast for Florida this afternoon. Conditions will deteriorate again after that break. Alanquin Park, Western Alanquin, Lake of Two Rivers, all under special weather statements today. Deep River, Whitney, Eastern Alanquin Park, Bears Bay, and Kilo. Same situation for you. Highway 17 from Sudbury east toward Ottawa is in the mixing zone. Expect hazardous conditions today. Now let us talk eastern Ontario, and this is where the most significant icing hazard lives today. Ottawa, Cornwall, Maxville, Alexandria, Prescott, and Russell. This is the freezing rain zone. Padawa, Pembroke, Cobden, Renfrew, Arprey, and Calabogie, all under special weather statements. Ottawa North, Canada, Orleans, and communities near the Ottawa River Valley. Please listen carefully. Environment Canada is forecasting a risk of freezing rain and freezing drizzle for the Ottawa area today. Total liquid precipitation amounts of 20 to 30 millimeters are forecast for the Ottawa region. This is an overrunning situation. Warm, moist air slides over cold air trapped near the surface. Rain falls from above, passes through that cold layer, and freezes on contact with roads and surfaces. Roads, trees, and power lines all get coated in ice when this overrunning process takes hold. Power outages are possible in eastern Ontario. Environment Canada has specifically flagged this risk. If you are in Canada or Leons or Prescott and Russell, please prepare for potential outages now. Have a flashlight ready, extra food and water available, and a battery backup for your devices. Check on your neighbors, especially anyone elderly or who might need extra help today. The Ottawa Valley tends to stay colder longer than surrounding areas, which is why icing forms there. Environment Canada is clear that there remains significant uncertainty about surface temperatures today. If temperatures stay at or below zero, freezing rain continues and icing accumulates on surfaces. If temperatures creep above zero in parts of the valley, freezing rain changes to plain rain instead. Environment Canada says there remains great uncertainty as to which scenario will play out today. The two-wave structure applies here too. Freezing rain this morning, a break, then a second round tonight. During that midday break, precipitation may slow to freezing. Drizzle roads may look passable. Do not be misled by that break. A second wave of freezing rain is expected later this evening. Flooding is also a concern in eastern Ontario given the total liquid amounts forecast for today. Monitor your local conservation authority and visit ontario.ca/floods for the latest update. All right, let us talk travel impacts because this matters a great deal for your Tuesday commute. Southern Ontario commuters expect heavy rain, possible flooding, and reduced visibility this morning. Allow extra time on all major routes. The 401 and all arterials will be slow and wet. For Northern Ontario, the Trans-Canada is snow-covered and visibility will be reduced all day. Highway 11 from North Bay North through Cochrane. This corridor is experiencing difficult conditions. Highway 17 through the Sudbury to Ottawa stretch is in the mixing zone. Ice hazard is real today. Highways in the Ottawa Valley are icing this morning. Environment Canada urges avoiding travel if possible. Check 511 Ontario before leaving the house. Real-time road conditions are updated around the clock. Now let us talk about what happens after the system clears, because there is some good news ahead for northern and northwestern Ontario. Conditions begin improving Wednesday as the system exits. Temperatures rising above zero Wednesday will help with compaction and some surface melting. Be cautious Wednesday morning. Wet surfaces overnight can refreeze and create black ice conditions. For eastern Ontario, Wednesday will be about cleanup from Tuesday's icing and potential power outages. As for southern Ontario, Toronto, London, and Windsor, your main story today is heavy rain and storms. Not snow or freezing rain, but those thunderstorms are still serious and need to be taken seriously. All right, let us bring this together in a clear summary of what Environment Canada is forecasting. Southern Ontario warnings and watches for severe thunderstorms, heavy rain, hail, and lightning.